Magandang araw, Samaritanos! Let us have our Week 4 STC for Pre-Calculus with Ma'am Eileen. Hi students! Welcome to our short tutorial class. Let us wrap up your Week 4 study guides and let us talk about ellipse. Now we are on our third conic section, which is the ellipse. The terms we will use in these conic sections were already discussed during the video lecture, but let's still wrap them up. As you can see, we have the figure ellipse having its different parts. The first one is our center. So this is the center. So from the word itself, center, which is gitna. Okay? So our ellipse is again an enclosed figure. Ibig sabihin, meron tayo ngayon ditong makikitang gitna, which is the center. And this center has the coordinates of HK. So parang katulad lang din yung ating ginagamit sa ating circle. Okay? So for the center, we have HK. Now, the second points are, so since ginamit na natin siya as R, is the foci. Okay? So meron tayong dalawang focus. So yung dalawang focus natin dito ay manggagaling from the both sides of the center. Okay? So kung kanina sa inyong video lecture, napanood ninyo doon na ang ginamit ay F and F prime, pero dito sa figure natin, makikita nyo is F sub 1 and F sub 2. So, it depends upon you kung ano yung gagamitin nyo. But, don't worry kasi wala naman ding problema kung ano yung susundin. Okay? So, we have our focus from different sides, from this opposite sides. Like, here, meron siya sa ating left and, from the left and then the right. Okay? And this, the distance from the center to the focus is what we call the linear eccentricity. Okay, and this linear eccentricity is, we denote this by small letter C. Okay, now, punta naman tayo sa susunod na ating mga points, which are the vertices. Okay, so sa vertices naman, ito naman yung same line with our foci. Okay, same line lang sila. And this vertex or yung dalawang vertex natin, dito naman ngayon dadaan yung ating ellipse. Okay? So, katulad dito, we also have from the right and then from the left. Now, the distance from the center to one of the vertex is what we call the semi-major axis. So, baka siya tinawag na semi? Because from the word itself, semi means hinati. Okay? So, yung major axis kasi natin is yung tinatawag natin na yung distance from the both vertices. Okay? So, from the endpoints of the vertices, yun yung ating major axis. But then, kung from center to the vertex lang, ito yung tinatawag natin ngayon na semi-major axis. And we denote this semi-major axis by small letter A. Okay. Now, punta naman tayo sa pinakahuling mga points, okay? So, dito, actually, kahit naman hindi na natin siya tawagan or hindi na natin bigyan ng term. Pero, since dito sa figure natin is makikita naman na natin yung term na co-vertex, ibig sabihin, dyan din naglalay yung ating ellipse. Okay? So, this co-vertex naman or the co-vertices is located from the perpendicularly to the vertices. Okay? And distance between the co-vertices is what we call the minor axis. But since dito, makikita natin is semi-minor axis, which is the distance from the center to one of the co-vertex. And this semi-minor axis is what we denote by small letter B. Okay, so alam na natin yung mga terms na gagamitin natin, which are the center, the focus, the vertex, the co-vertex, the semi-minor axis, the semi-major axis, and our linear eccentricity. Now, let's go to our standard form of equation of an ellipse. So, dito, like sa ating parabola, meron din tayong dalawang equation. Okay? Our equation is for the vertical and horizontal. Okay, meron tayo sa horizontal natin which has the equation of quantity x minus h squared all over a squared plus quantity y minus k squared all over b squared is equal to 1. And we have the other equation for the vertical, which is quantity y minus k squared all over a squared plus quantity x minus h squared all over b squared is equal to 1. Okay, so ang pinagkaiba nilang dalawa is sino yung nauuna. Si x minus h ba or si y minus k? Okay, pero yung location ni a squared at ni b squared ay pareho lang. Okay? So dito, ang gagawin natin, para malaman natin kung ito ba ay horizontal or vertical, titignan natin kung sino yung nasa taas ni a squared. Okay? Kasi yung value natin ng a is our semi-major axis. And our major axis is always greater than our minor axis. Okay, so katulad dito sa horizontal, yung nasa taas ni a squared is si x minus h. Ibig sabihin, naglalay siya sa x-axis natin. Ibig sabihin, yung distance ng ating vertices ay na horizontally. Ibig sabihin, yung ma-form natin na ellipse will be horizontal. Okay? So, katulad din dito sa ating vertical. Since si A ay located sa ating y-axis dahil meron siyang y minus k sa kanyang taas, ibig sabihin, mag-form siya ng vertical line. Okay? And then, our ellipse will be a vertical one. Okay? Now, para mas maintindihan natin yung mga equations na pinag-aralan at yung mga terms natin, let's have an example. Okay? So, sample problem number 1, we have find the equation of an ellipse whose center is at 3, 5, foci at 7, 5, and negative 1, 5, and vertices at 10, 5, and negative 4, 5, then graph. Okay, so we have our solution. First, ang gawin natin is to graph. Okay, so since binigyan tayo ng maraming mga coordinates, i-graph muna natin sila. The first coordinate na binigay sa atin is yung ating center, which is located at 3, 5. Okay, so I assume lahat naman tayo marunong na mag-plot ng ating mga coordinates. And then, given din sa atin yung ating mga foci. Okay, so one of the focus is located at 7, 5. And then the other one is located at negative 1, 5. Okay? And then, i-plot naman natin yung vertices natin. Yung unang vertex natin is located at 10, 5. And then, the second one is located at negative 4, 5. Okay, so, dito, di ba ang binigay sa atin is vertices. So, ibig sabihin, kapag kinonect natin yung both ends ng ating vertex or ng ating vertices, makaka-form tayo ngayon ng horizontal. Okay? Horizontal yung line natin. Now, we all know that the distance from the center to one of the focus is what we denote by small letter c or what we call the linear eccentricity. So, dito, pwede tayong gumamit ng distance formula, pero pwede rin naman tayong magbilang na lang. Okay? Since nasa horizontal lang naman sila at nasa isang linya lang sila, so madali na lang tayong makapagbilang. Okay, so by counting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So we have a C is equal to 4. Now, ang bilangin naman natin is yung distance from the center to our vertex. Okay? So, ito yung naka-blue line natin. So, pwede ulit tayong magbilang na lang. Okay? From our center to our vertex. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so, meron tayo ngayon na A is equal to 7. Okay, bakit A yung ginamit natin? Dahil, yung A natin, yun yung magbibigay sa atin ng value ng distance from the center to the vertex. Okay? Now, next. Since alam na natin na ang na-form niya ay horizontal yung linya niya. So, ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin na natin na standard form of equation is yung nasa taas ni a squared c x minus h. Okay? So, now we have the standard form of equation for horizontal parabola. quantity x minus h squared all over a squared plus quantity y minus k squared all over b squared is equal to 1. And now, our center is located at 3, 5. Now, we also have the value for a, which is 7 units. Now, ang kailangan sa atin is hanapin yung standard form of equation ng ating ellipse, diba? Okay, so sa center natin, alam na natin na yung center natin has the value or has the coordinates of h, k. So, ibig sabihin, meron na tayo ngayong value ni h, meron na tayong value ni k, meron na rin tayong value ni a. So, dito sa ating given equation, sino pa dito yung kulang? Hindi ba si b? Okay. So, dito, si b, makukuha rin natin yan. Okay. So, gaya kanina, okay, so solving for b, gaya kanina sa inyo video lecture, binigay sa inyo yung equation na ito, which is b squared is equal to a squared minus c squared. Okay? So, gagamitin lang din natin siya para makuha natin yung value ni b. Okay? So, meron na tayong value ni a at ni c. So, by substituting the given values, we have b squared is equal to 7 squared minus 4 squared. Then, by simplifying this, we will arrive at b squared is equal to 49 minus 16. Then, by simplifying it again, we will arrive at b squared is equal to 33. So, kuhanin natin yung square root ng both sides. Makukuha natin na value ni b is square root of 33. Okay, now, ang gawin na natin is to substitute. So, since meron na tayong mga given values, mag-arrive tayo ngayon sa ating standard form of equation, which is, okay, so therefore, we have the standard form of equation for this given coordinates na quantity x minus 3 squared all over 7 squared plus quantity y minus 5 squared all over quantity square root of 33 squared is equal to 1. Okay? So, dito, sa ating naging final answer, pwede rin natin itong gamitin na tanggalin na natin yung square root or yung radical sign and then tatanggalin din natin c squared. Okay? So, ang magiging value na lang dito is 33. But, this is already accepted na. Okay? Now, punta naman tayo sa graph natin. So, meron na ulit tayong given na partition plane. So, first, i-graph muna natin si center, which is located at 3, 5. And then, one of our focus, which is located at 7, 5. So, ginamit ko dito is si F prime. Okay, so, another focus is located at negative 1, 5. And then, one of the vertices is located at 10, 5. And the other vertex is located at negative 4, 5. Okay. So, ngayon, paano natin malalaman kung gaano kataas? Okay? So, gaano siya kataas? Hindi ba, ang sabi natin kanina, ito yung tinatawag natin na semi-minor axis. Okay? And this semi-minor axis ay yung ating tinatawag na small letter b. Okay? So, ang mangyayari dito, since we got the value for small letter b, which is square root of 33, or ito ay 5.7 something. Okay? So, magbibilang lang din tayo pataas. Okay? Pataas at pababa. Okay? So, ang una nating bilang dito is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then yung ating decimal places. So, let's assume na dito siya. Now, yung isa pa nating point ay located naman sa ibaba ni center. Okay? So, dito naman siya, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the decimal places. Now, ang gagawin na lang natin dito is magko-connect the dots na lang tayo. Okay? Yung ating vertices and our co-vertices. So, by drawing our ellipse, makaka-form tayo ngayon ng ganitong itsura ng ating ellipse. Okay. Now, let's move to the second sample problem. So, sample problem number 2, we have find the center, major axis, and minor axis of an ellipse having an equation of quantity y plus 3 squared all over 6 squared plus quantity x minus 5 squared all over 4 squared is equal to 1, then graph. first, our solution. So, ang gagawin natin dito, kuhanin muna natin yung given na equation. We have quantity y plus 3 squared all over 6 squared plus quantity x minus 5 squared all over 4 squared is equal to 1. So, ano ba dun sa dalawang equation natin, yung pareho sila? Okay? So, diba? Ano yung nauuna? Ang nauuna is yung may y. Okay? And then yung pangalawa is yung may x. So, ngayon, mag-a-arrive tayo sa equation na ito. Okay? So, we have the standard form of equation which is quantity y minus k squared all over a squared plus quantity x minus h squared all over b squared is equal to 1. Since pareho ng ayos, ng location, pwede tayo ngayon na gamitin to. Okay? So, we are required to get the center which has the coordinates of hk. The second one is the major axis, which is denoted by 2a, and then our minor axis, which is denoted by 2b. Okay, punta muna tayo sa center natin. So, nakikita natin dito, diba, na si x minus h ay kapareho lang naman ni x minus 5. Okay, so since pareho lang sila ng location at pareho sila ng ayos. Okay, so ang gagawin natin dito is to equate. Okay, so solving for h, let us equate x minus 5 and then x minus h. Now, by getting this, so ang gagawin natin dito is magta-transpose tayo. Lipat natin lahat ng letters dito sa left side and then yung ating numerical is lipat natin sa kanan. So, we will now arrive at x. So, ito lang din yan, yung x. So, since positive siya dito at nandito lang din siya sa kaliwa, magre-remain lang yung kanyang sign. Okay, now, for this one, since dito siya nanggaling sa right side and then ililipat natin siya sa kaliwa, naging negative x na siya. And then as well as this negative h, since galing siya sa kabilang side, ililipat natin siya sa left side, so magiging positive na siya. And then this negative 5, since galing siya sa left, ililipat natin siya sa right, magiging positive naman siya. By simplifying this, we will arrive at h is equal to 5. Now, solve for k. Asan naman ngayon si k? Hindi ba si y minus k ay kapareha ni y plus 3? Same sila ng location at pareho lang sila ng ayos. Okay, so let's equate them. We will arrive at y plus 3 is equal to y minus k. So, gawin lang din natin yung ginawa natin dito sa solving for h. So, magta-transpose tayo. Lipat natin lahat ng letters dito sa left side and then yung number ay ilipat natin sa right side. We will arrive at, since ito is positive lang din siya, so copy lang natin y. And then from here, since galing siya sa right side and y is positive here, kapag nalipat natin siya ay magiging negative y. And then, this negative k, since nilipat din natin siya, magiging positive k na siya sa kabilang side. Okay, now, what about this positive 3? Since galing siya sa left side at nilipat natin siya sa right side, magiging negative 3 na siya. By simplifying this, we will arrive at k is equal to negative 3. Therefore, our center is located at 5, negative 3. So, meron na tayo ngayong center. Okay? Meron na tayong center. Now, punta naman tayo kay major axis, which is the 2a. Okay. So, solving for major axis, which is denoted by 2a, ang gagawin naman natin dito is mag-equate lang ulit tayo. So, sino ba dito ngayon yung ka-location A? Okay? So, ito, di ba, si A squared. So, ka-location niya ngayon, si 6 squared. So, sila ngayon yung ating i-equate. Okay? By equating this, we have A squared is equal to 6 squared. So, kuhanin natin yung square root ng dalawa. By getting the square root of both sides, we will arrive at square root of A squared is equal to square root of 6 squared. By simplifying this, makukuha natin is A is equal to 6. But, take note, ang kinukuha natin is 2A. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is, i-multiply natin siya sa 2. Now, we will arrive at 2A is equal to 12. And this is already the value for our major axis. Now, punta naman tayo kay minor axis. So, solving for minor axis, which is denoted by 2B. Okay, so si b squared naman ngayon, yung hahanapan natin ng katapat. Okay, so katapat niya or ka-location niya si 4 squared sa ating given equation. So, sila ngayon yung ating i-equate. By equating b squared is equal to 4 squared, getting the square root of both sides. So, square root of b squared is equal to square root of 4 squared. We will now arrive at b is equal to 4. But, take note again, ang hinahanap natin is minor axis, which is denoted by 2b. So, we will multiply this value ng b sa 2. And now, we will arrive at 2b is equal to 8. And this is already the value for our minor axis. So, since nakuha na natin yung mga sagot sa requirements natin, punta na tayo ngayon sa pangalawang requirement, which is to graph. Okay, so making this Cartesian plane, ang una nating i-graph is si center. Okay, center is located at 5, -3. Next, i-locate naman natin yung mga nakuha natin na vertex. Okay, so wala pala tayong nakuhang vertex kasi ang nakuha natin dito ay yung value ni major axis at ni minor axis. Okay, so since kanina, okay, balik tayo. Ang ginamit natin dito ay yung equation na nasa taas ni a squared si y minus k. So, ito kasi, di ba, kasi sinabi natin kanina, kapag nasa taas ni a squared si y minus k, ibig sabihin, ang mangyayari ay vertical. Okay? So, since nasa y-axis si a natin, punta tayo ngayon dito ulit sa ating graph. Magbibilang tayo ngayon pataas at pababa. Okay? So, yung value ng a natin kanina ay 6. Okay? So, bilang lang tayo pataas at pababa. So, bilang tayo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, dito ngayon, maglo-locate yung ating unang vertex, which is located at 5, 3. Now, bilang naman tayo from the center pababa ng 6 ulit. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And dito naman siya ngayon maglo-locate. We have 5, -9 as the location of our second vertex. And then, sabi nga kanina, yung distance from the vertices ay yung tinatawag natin na major axis. Okay? So, dito, ang binigay ko na lang is yung semi. Okay? So, ito yung value from the center to one of the vertex, which is b is equal to 6. Okay, punta naman tayo ngayon sa ating minor axis. So, since ito ay pataas na or naka-vertical, bibilang naman tayo ngayon horizontally. Okay? So, kanina, nagbilang lang din tayo. So, ang bilang natin kanina is yung ating... Okay, so sorry. Huwag kayong malilito. This is A. Okay? So, A is equal to 6. Okay, so dito naman tayo sa B natin. Okay, so ang nakuha nating value ni B ay 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 units. So ang ating unang co-vertex ay located sa... Okay, so nawala yung location niya. Okay, so bilang lang tayo dito. Tag 4 lang sila. From left to the left and then to the right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Dito yung ating unang co-vertex. And then yung pangalawang co-vertex natin ay makukuha naman natin sa 1, 2, 3, 4, which is located at 9, -3. Okay? And then, sabi ko nga kanina, ang distance from this co-vertices is what we call the minor axis. Okay? So, dito, ang gagamitin na lang natin is si semi-minor axis, which has the value of 4. Okay? So, kapag nag-connect the dots ulit tayo, makukuha na natin ngayon yung itsura ng ating ellipse. Okay? So, do you have questions or clarifications regarding the topic for this week? So, nagbigay na ulit ng mga examples, but then, if ever na meron pa rin kayong hindi naiintindihan sa ating lesson for today, pwede pa rin naman kayong mag-ask. Okay? So, paano tayong magtatanong? So, later on, magkakaroon tayo ng virtual tutorial. So, you can list down all your questions and then ask it later on sa ating virtual tutorial. So, yun lang naman. And I hope mas naintindihan natin yung topic for today dahil sa ating ginawa pang STC. Okay, so yun lang. And then, thank you and see you later on our virtual tutorial. Muli magandang araw, Samaritans!